Hey guys, Marcos Villegas here, standing with Mikey Garcia, who picked up a piece of gold a few weeks ago. We saw you weren't world champion. We see you now, you're world champion. How does it feel? And let me know if anything's changed in life in general because of you winning this championship.
Well, I feel really happy, that things worked out for us. The fight turned out to be easier than we expected. It was better for me. We had a good night, so finally we have the hardware to prove, that we are world champion material. We finally get that recognition, make it official, and that's what this fight was about. As far as life changing, you can tell, we got a lot of people supporting us and backing us up, which is very nice. I told them, it's them who make me feel world champ. It's the fans that make you feel world champ, and it's real nice to have that, behind us.
Looking at your fight, no one expected you to dominate. Well, a lot of people did, but you knocked him down a lot of times. I think that's what cut a lot of people off and made them realize, like, wow, Mikey, you're no joke. Like, you're complete.
I told everybody I just need the opportunity to show my skills, and I told them, although this is a fight that's gonna allow me to do that. Yeah. I told everybody that, the other fights that I've had in the past, I didn't show much. I didn't need to do much. I just did enough to win. But this time I was gonna do more to prove myself, and that's what I did. I took control of the fight early on since round one, and I dropped him several times in the first round and against in the third, fourth round. So things worked out very well for me.
Do you feel you could have stopped him earlier in the fight? Do you kind of maybe hold back a little bit, or you weren't as aggressive as you could have been?
The game plan was not for that, so we did not go for the knockout. We did not go for the finish early on. I felt that if the fight progressed like that, eventually I would stop him. And we had in mind with my corner and my brother, 10th, 11th round would be the rounds to really pressure to finally break him down. And I felt we were getting close to that. 7th, 8th round, I felt, the rounds were getting, a little easier for me. Yeah. Even though I had dropped him early on, he was still strong early in the fight, still coming forward. But at the end, I felt like it was about time to pick up the pace. The headbutt ended the fight, but I felt if it might have been one more round or 2 rounds, I would have been able to stop them.
Now, you got some flack over that, with the nose break from some fans saying that you should have continued on. What do you got to say to those people that say that?
I'm not the one that stopped. It's the referee with the doctors. They decided to stop the fight. If they had said it would have stopped the fight due to a punch, I would have continued the fight. I wasn't gonna let the fight go. Especially not from a headbutt. I wasn't gonna let him win with the headbutt. Yeah. But the referee and the doctors decided it was too risky to continue. It's all right. I offered him a rematch. He says he doesn't want to fight. He says he wants to move up in weight. That shows how he feels about a rematch.
With you winning the title that way, I know it was kind of like anticlimactic. Did it take anything away from you? Did it take away from any more of a special moment that you had pictured in your mind?
I'm sure it did. It wasn't the best way to win, but I still feel that I did everything to prove everybody that I was a better fighter. There's not much more I could have done to prove that I was better. I made it one-sided. I made it look, easy for me. It could become that much better than him. So, what else was there to show? Just for me to stop him maybe, but that's about it.
So how's the nose doing? I know it was bad. Your nose was completely the other direction.
It was pretty bad. Back in the locker room, the doctor kind of moved it a little, jiggled it with, it hurt a little, but they didn't really align it because they're not specialists. I went to a specialist. We had to have surgery. We operated. Everything was well. It's just healing right now. Yeah. On the inside, you still got some healing to go, but other than that, it's good. I can breathe better. And the doctor did a really good job.
When do you want to be back in the ring, and when have they cleared you to go and fight again?
Doctor gave me a 45-day suspension from the day of the surgery, which is almost done. We got already about 20 days into it, so we got a few more days to go. But other than that, I want to get back in the ring. I'm fine. Like I said, the fight was not hard, where I was injured from anything else. Other than that headbutt, I'm fine too.
Yeah. Now, you won a title. Goal 1 met. Now, what are the rest of the goals that you have? What else do you want to do in this division? And do you want to move up at all?
Right now, I would like to stay, defend, and maybe unify the title. Yeah. If business and politics and boxing doesn't happen the way you've always planned. So if that doesn't happen, we could eventually move up in weight. But for the meantime, I want to stay in the featherweight division.
I hear Abner Mares is in your weight class now.
Yeah, he's gonna be campaigning at 126. He's proven himself to be world champion twice. 2 division champion. So, he's a good fighter. I've seen him in the past. He's with Golden Boy though, so that's probably not easy, to come by. But if things change in the companies, well, why not? I'm sure the fans would want to see that.
Yeah, no, certainly you and Abner. Nonito might move up into that weight class, but I don't really see that fight happening because your brother, of course.
He's with my brother, so I don't think that would happen. And
it'd be a great fight though.
It probably will make for a great fight. Most likely ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? You feel friends shouldn't fight each other, or?
Well, we're teammates. My brother, in his corner, and there's no need for that. There's other championship titles he could, have in the same division. We could both conquer the division without fighting each other, Like
the Klitschko's kind of.
Look at them. They've been conquering for past 10 years.
Yeah. That'd be amazing if you could keep that title for that long. Mikey, as always, it's so great to see you continue to grow as a fighter. And thank you very much for doing this interview with us. New champion right here, Mikey Garcia. I'm Marcos Villegas. Thank you for watching us over at the Boxing Channel.